How you doing? Are you living the dream? Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Those of you that are in line, do so quietly. All right? Okay. Your burden to bear today is that you have to listen to me for a few minutes, okay? Happy Thanksgiving, if I don't tell you that before the end of this. Wanted to give you all an update on what construction noise. I'm not hearing anything, are you? There might be a little once in a while. Why are we doing this thing that we're doing? So this is the completion phase of our expansion project that's been going on since 2008. Just kidding. That's when I came to work here. It kind of feels that way. This last expansion for us was the Carlisle. We remodeled healthcare, right? We moved the assisted living over to the new Carlisle building. We repurposed the assisted living into temporary apartments for independent living residents while we wreck their roofs and tear up their apartments and make a mess of things so that we can make it all better. And along the way, we get all these great amenities, right? We're going to get a renovated Laurel dining room with a cocktail lounge and a bar. I don't talk about the bar a lot, but that's certainly coming. This will also have outdoor dining. We're getting a renovated Preston lobby, a new conservatory. Because it's too hot here to be outside, we're going to bring the inside, or the outside inside for us. There's your music, Kim. I told you it was still playing. Let me shut it up for a minute. Can I do it? Technology. Got it. No, that's not right. I got it. All right, still with me? Anybody falling asleep? Punch them if they... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so conservatory. Bringing the outdoors inside into the air conditioning. A game room because 90-year-old people love playing games, right? Maybe not. Actually, I think a lot of them do. This will have a bowling alley because Danny mentioned it one day in a meeting. An arcade, right? So, how many of you have visited nursing homes before? Have loved ones in a nursing home? Okay, senior living. You remember visiting them and you're just kind of looking at them and you're in the room with them and you're just visiting and there's nothing to do and you just kind of feel silly just sitting there visiting. You're like, I don't know what to do, Grandma. Let's just talk, you know. A lot of this project's about bringing amenities for families to share with one another. That's the idea. Do you know any other senior living communities that have a game room, conservatory, stuff like this? No. It's trailblazing, because we're trailblazers, right? We're doing some different things. We want to bring families, intergenerational programming, all of these cool activities to our residents. And also to you. So say environmental services is really kicking it for the month. They have done a great job cleaning the place. Maybe they reserved the game room for a little department event, right? Could that be possible? Yes, right? Maybe it's food and beverage that's rocking it, right? So you could reserve the conservatory and do a party for everybody there. Stuff like that. Day spa. So we have a nice little beauty salon, but it's not quite big enough. We have people fighting over the massage room because the esthetician needs to use it, and the massage person needs to use it, so we're going to have multiple rooms for that. A coffee shop, because residents love coffee, right? Improved West Courtyard, because the West Courtyard on the Preston building, as nice as it is, has never been a usable courtyard. People just walk through it because there's really no place to hang out and do things. We have a big diesel generator that sits under the ground. It's got these big pipes coming up out of the ground. There's a diesel tank sitting there, and it's just kind of a nasty pass-through courtyard. So we're improving all of that, making it ADA accessible. We're adding an east courtyard on the Jackson side. We're also adding a fence. No, it's not going to be a chain link fence with razor wire. It's going to be a very attractive fence, but it will add some security to our campus, right? Because we've had people bathing in our fountains. How many of you have bathed in the fountain? Thank you for that. Yeah. A couple of you in the back. There is a tree house for associates that has a shower, and we won't have to watch you bathe, and you can do that in your own privacy, right? So use that instead of the fountains. We're also adding generators to each building. So basically, we want the ability for each of our buildings to be self-sufficient. If we have another snowvid and we have an ice storm and it knocks out the power for Austin, we'll be the shining city on the hill that still has power and food and heat to protect our residents and our associates, right? Lots of infrastructure upgrades as well that are necessary as part of this project. Okay, we'll do it this way. Yeah. So this is what it looks like, except you can't see it. It looks great in my head, just trust me. You trust me?
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's the lady.
Like that?
All right. Try it again. Danny, don't worry. I'm going to get this technology to work for me, I promise. All right. Okay. There we go. See that nice fading, how it does? Okay, good. Beautiful. Now, you see something?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, this is kind of what it looks like on the first floor of the Preston building. And I'm not going to go through all the details, but the conservatory okay. Oh, safety committee. It's here. Okay, gotcha. So, conservatory, new Laurel dining room, new cocktail lounge, new multi-purpose space, activity kitchen. This is the new corridor that everybody hates. Well, at least those residents that are living on this side. All of those are improvements that we hope to have open. We hope to have the Laurel dining room open at the end of March. The multi-purpose space, Ruth's office, the activities kitchen, probably April-ish. Okay. Conservatory will probably be later in the year, around October. The West Courtyard, we're doing this section and this little rain garden that everybody hates right there, which is basically a big pit that we're dumping our roof water into. That'll be finished about the same time, the end of March. This is what the conservatory looks like. I'm sorry, coffee shop. Coffee shop. I'm looking at the next slide. This is what the conservatory looks like. You'll notice that's 2 stories. There'll be some live trees and plants in there. A live wall that's not really alive, but it'll look like it's alive. And it has deck on top of it that's outside of Harris Bell Hall. So if we walk out that door, you'll be able to walk onto the new deck. This is the West Courtyard. Yes, it gets a new fireplace, a monitor, outdoor seating and dining, a new dog park. Behind that brown baffled wall screen is the new generator. And it's a pretty generator too. I mean, as generators go, does its job. This is the new Laurel dining room when everything's said and done. Notice that you can see through the wall, kind of those arches. That's the corridor outside of that, and then the glass is on the other side of it. So the corridor, it goes around the dining room, so environmental services won't have to push their carts through the Laurel dining room anymore. And plant ops, you won't have to push your carts of tools through the dining room anymore, and people won't be disrupting the dining room. Cocktail lounge with a liquor license, yes, because the residents love liquor, as do many of us. This is the conservatory on the inside. Isn't it pretty? Air conditioned comfort. The live fake wall. All right, this is the coffee shop. Okay, so this is the second floor. So the conservatory is open, right? Then we have a new chapel that's on the second floor. You've already maybe seen that we took out an apartment on the second floor that is at the beginning of the Preston where it meets the Windsor. And then we're building a corridor between A wing and B wing on the first, second, and third floors. So we have a bridge to connect it, which is really going to improve the mobility of the residents, right? It'll help them get around the campus much easier and into the Windsor and vice versa than it has been in the past. The fitness studio increases in size. When we get the new day spa, we will take out the old salon, which is fairly new. Hindsight's 20/20. You ever heard that? So the salon will go away. That space will be added to the studio, the fitness studio, because the residents love wellness almost as much as they love liquor. So, just kidding. I think it might be a little more. But anyway, that's what's coming there. The library that we currently have for the residents will be turned into a music room. And the music room will sit across from the brand new library that's double the size of the current library. You keeping up with me? All right. Third floor, we talked about the deck over the conservatory. We're also, you notice this room doesn't have a really good receiving area, that we put a lot of stuff in the back of the room. It's very kind of cluttered and tight when you come in. One of the problems with this room is it seats like 250 people, but there's only one door, right? That's the door. So we're adding another set of doors. We're tearing out to create a new receiving area. Along the side of Harrisville Hall will be a ramp that takes you up to the new clubhouse. And yes, multi-sports courts are code for pickleball and other things. Yes, we will manage the hours of operation so that people won't be playing pickleball at 3 a.m. But we're also going to do some sound mitigation in the area to keep the noise down. That's a real concern of the residents. There's a club room besides the pickleball court, so you can set them up to do some events there, and they'll have a permanent place to have happy hours and things like that, instead of always using the bistro or dining services. This is what the club room looks like. You'll notice that there's a pool table in the back that also converts to a table tennis ping pong for the residents. This is a picture of the multi-purpose room that's on the first floor. Yes, sorry, it is the chapel. Never mind, chapel. And then this is kind of an example of what we think we'll get close to on the multi-sports courts. And this is Danny's Bowling Alley. We're actually going to call it Danny's Bowling. No, I'm just kidding. So the arcade, right? So this will be a cool place for grandkids to hang out with their grandparents, right? Families can reserve this and use it. They can have family parties or whatever. Just trailblazing. I talked about phasing. So we've changed the phasing a little bit. You can see phase 1 is those areas that we discussed earlier. The other phase 1 part is that new rain garden, which is just a fancy term for water pit, basically, right? It's just taking roof water and filtering it and then putting it up. We should get part of the Preston courtyard in phase 2, so as we go along, shortly after we finish the Laurel Dining Room, we'll get most of the courtyard back. Where that kind of divider line is, that'll be lay-down area for the conservatory while it's created. Phase 2 also is those apartments, those folks that have been displaced. You can see how it kind of connects there, and all that's in phase 2. But all of this to say that the dining room, we hope to get, we believe we're going to get March 2026. The activity center, Ruth's new space, April 2026. Preston lobby, we're being required by the city to complete it at the same time as we do the activity space in the dining room. So that's being pushed Originally, we were planning on breaking that up into 2 sections and doing one the earlier part of the year and the rest at the later part of the year, but the city wants us to finish it all at one time. The West Courtyard Rain Garden should be completed at the end of this year, so December 2025. And then phase 2, the conservatory, November 2026 and October 2026. Level 3, the deck area, will be finished December 2026. Windsor Level 1, that's the cafe, the new marketing, kind of the hallway in front of marketing, all of that, October 2026. The main courtyard, October 2026, that's when we get it all. That's when we get the conservatory part of the courtyard as well as the rest of it. And then phase 3, the Jackson Avenue, so that is the cafe courtyard. We should be able to get that towards August of 2026, and then will be the south courtyard. We call it the west courtyard, which I believe and Sarah believes it is facing west, which is where Mopac is, right? Yes. For us, it's the west courtyard, but that is towards the end of the project that it's completed, because that's where the big generator goes. And that's one of the longest lead items, is that generator. So what we're doing is we're replacing the Windsor generator. So we're getting a new one for the Windsor. And so that Windsor generator will be taken off-site to the manufacturing company, and they're going to install a new tank to the bottom of that, and also put a what's called a biofuel kit, so we can use diesel and natural gas, so we can have up to 7 days of runtime. Right, Abel?
Right.
Yeah. And it's going to be great, and they'll bring it back to us. We'll install that. That's kind of the last thing, and then we'll have champagne and celebrate. It'll be okay. All right? Or maybe apple juice. I don't know. All right. Also, rolling out, launching December 2025 is a new product. You may have seen the cooler that's up in the treehouse. Has anybody seen that? The new reach-in cooler? Okay. The intent there is to give all of you access to our fantastic food, which where's Jaime at? Is he here? Which they all do a great job. Jaime does a great job with their food, right? So they give us, absolutely. So we want to give everybody access to our fantastic food 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, right? So this cooler is meant to do that. So basically it's going to be stocked with our food, and you'll be able to purchase it through your program, right? Through your food program. I'm going to say, initially, we're going to start this. It's only available after 4 p.m. because you have the ability to get food during the day. And I want this to be available for the evening and night shift, right? And it needs to be for food that's eaten here. I don't want you to do your grocery shopping there, okay? We won't do that, would we? No. But there will be snacks there will be drinks there, there will be our food, Jaime's food, available for purchase through this system. Fresh salads, snack boxes, whatever we're having in the daily treehouse will be available through this, okay? So you know, once a customer unlocks the door with a payment method, 4 interior cameras begin tracking the interaction. Each item picked up or put back is logged using a hybrid edge cloud AI system, which is basically it's identifying what you take. So Big Brother AI is going to monitor you shopping, right, and you'll be charged. But it will give us access. Also coming in January 2026 is weekend coverage for the food program. So we will be hiring a chef for the treehouse to have that staff 7 days a week. I'm not going to go through this, but Kim will put it on the treehouse communication stations as well as other things. You guys know how to use the system. If you don't, you'll learn because it's going to be great rewards like great meals. And I'm going to turn it over to Kim. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving. I love you guys.
Thank you. So nice to see you all here. It is a packed room. This is awesome. So our mission is enriching lives through inspired experiences. And we're going to talk about some fun stuff and some awards today. So we recently found out that we won the U.S. News and World Report's 2026 Best Nursing Home Awards. Not just one, but 2 awards, which is really amazing. So less than 19% of the nation's 15,000 or more skilled nursing facilities only received not even one of these awards, and we got both of them. So that's pretty awesome. And then we are also super excited to announce that y'all named us a top workplace for the 12th year in a row. So thank you very much. We are super proud for that designation. Austin American-Statesman recognized only 115 employers in the Austin area with this award this year, and so we're very proud to be one of those. And so several of you got your long sleeve quarter zip polo before you came in, and so that is the gift for this year for the 12th year of Top Workplaces. So those of you that didn't get them, stop by on the way out and you can grab yours there. And then we also have some really cute, fun decorated cookies from Haley Cakes that you can grab on your way out as well. So we're super excited and super proud to have that designation. And we get this award based on the surveys that y'all completed this summer. So based on the ratings that y'all gave us, we were able to achieve this award again. So thank you very much. And so when we do get these surveys back, of course they're confidential, so we don't know, who said what or anything like that, but we do get a high-level overview and do get to see some comments. And so we did listen to the comments and did get to hear what you said. And so we did hear some comments over this year about wanting more communication and different communication. And so we're excited to announce that coming next month, we are launching a new app for y'all. We are calling it West Nest. And it is going to be a way that we will communicate with all of you as a whole, and then your department can also communicate with you just as your department. It's going to have kind of a look and feel of like a Facebook feed, so if you're part of Facebook or Instagram, it will be ways that we can announce like events like this, so that you will get notifications when we have things going on. Events, if there's like somewhere where we need you to, park in a different spot or do something different for the day, alerts can come out that way. If there's icy weather this winter or something like that, we can send you alerts that way when you're at home. So we will hopefully be able to launch this and have you download this app via QR code at our holiday luncheon that's coming up on December 11th. That is the goal and the hope anyway. It's being created right now, so that is the goal. And hopefully it should happen. I think it's going to. And so we're super excited about that, and hopefully y'all will be too. I think it's going to be really cool. We'll be able to post fun pictures and fun videos and just announcements and things like that. That'll be really fun and engaging, and we'll give y'all the communication that you all said that you wanted. So we're super excited to be having that coming out soon. And then it is that time of year where we are super busy with fun events, right? So December, we have our tree lighting party coming up Friday, December 5th. The theme this year is Oh Christmas Tree. So that is where you can come with your immediate family for the kickoff to the holiday season. It'll be in this room in the evening. And then the resident gift event will be on Wednesday, December 10th, again in this room. And then, of course, our all-associate holiday luncheon will be on Thursday, December 11th, here in this room. We'll have a catered lunch and then be giving away gift cards on the Wheel of Gifts, up to $100. So, spend your luck on the wheel. So some fun times coming ahead. And then our Associate of the Year nominations are open for this year as well. Our associate award ceremony will be held on February the 18th of 2026, and we are accepting nominations between now and December 15th. So if you know a coworker who you think is amazing and great and deserving of this award, please fill out the nomination form and turn it into HR. I did send out the nomination form to everybody last week, but you can also stop and grab a hard copy from HR if you don't have that. And then lastly, Operation Blue Santa is something that we are participating in and collecting toy donations for this organization. So you may have seen the toy boxes that are in the Windsor Arbor lobby and the Carlisle lobby. So if you would like to donate new and unwrapped toys, you certainly can between now and the deadline of November 28th. They are especially looking this year for toys for ages 1 to 2 and then 8 through 14. So they certainly need your donations if you are able to. And with that, thank you very much. And thank you for all you do.